crossing. Okay, this is a little bit of a reflection, a contemplation, something that you can ask yourself some questions in regards to the type of readings you want to explore. Okay, there's some fantastic readers out there that specialize in love readings. Absolutely brilliant. Great. Now, you do get readers who are really into the political scene, and you'll get some readers who might do celebrities or true crime and things like that. Now, I just want you to think just for a moment, when you do your readings and you get messages through, are they ethical? Are they morally, or are they ethic? Are you in, how do I say this? Are you a reader who chooses to work with integrity? That's something you have to ask yourself. Are you a reader that chooses to work with integrity? That means that when you do your readings, and you're doing these sort of specialized readings, and I'm talking about celebrities, political characters, you're doing readings in regards to true crime and things like that, that when you state facts and you name names, you 100% sure of the fact, not just the message you get with the cards, but the actual facts. Do you have evidence or proof with the reading, not just with the message you get, but when you name names, do you have 100% proof of the message you're getting? Do you have evidence, facts that can be proven in court? Not just because your card said so, but do you have physical evidence? Just a little thought that when you're doing true crime or your celebrity readings, and you're doing, great if you can be sort of, not vague, but be very careful about naming names when it comes to maybe a love triangle or a murder done by so-and-so, without actual facts, evidence. Everything must be fact-checked. So important. Just something to think about and reflect on. It was just a really sort of quick ramble, really, that when you're doing readings, and there are some great readers out there who are really work with such integrity, which is really cool. But I just want you to sort of take a moment to sort of reflect that when you're doing these type of readings, are you working with 100% integrity? Especially if you're doing names in regards to a murder or a love triangle in some way, or some sort of crimes being committed, and you're naming names but you've got no actual evidence or facts. Be very, very careful. Now, you may have heard and you may have seen that there was someone who was a reader online making statements about something that she could not physically prove, and it's turned into a slanderous court case, and of course she lost because there were no actual facts to what she was actually saying. So please be very, very careful when doing those types of readings. Make sure you meditate, reflect, contemplate, have wisdom, knowledge in regards to what you're saying. Super, super important there. Let's see what else the cards have to say about those type of readings. When you're doing readings without any actual... Interesting. I just got... It was kind of interesting because I got a couple of messages. It's, you know, death is normally transformation, right? But I got a sense of you're stampeding over people. Okay? I get here that you're actually stampeding over people. You are sense of walking over people. You are I just get that sense of walking over people, like you are not, you know, it's not necessarily factual or anything. So that's what I got with the image here, is the fact is you're ending someone's life. You're ending someone's life. Now, I'm not talking in a physical, I'm not talking about in a death sense as such, but you are ending someone's life if you make accusations without actually having the facts. So using your knowledge, your wisdom, meditate, reflect, be careful about walking on top of somebody, ending someone's career or ending someone's life, you know, in the way that they deal. Be very careful because it can be seen as like being a bully in some way. That's what I'm sort of getting with that death card, is that you're walking over somebody. Is what I'm getting here. Okay, kind of interesting. I got the Three of Cups here with celebrations, but I also get that sense of getting wound up with the masses. You know, it can be that sense of you're with a group of people, right, and you get wound up with don't get wound up in the celebration, if you like, of someone's ending of without actual facts. There can be a lot of videos online where people say things, but they don't really have the facts. It's only their opinion, and sometimes we can get wound up in what they're saying. You know, getting wound up in the rumors without actually knowing the facts. So that's kind of interesting there. Whoa. Okay. Heartbreak. Cause sorrow, when you're causing someone sorrow. So be very careful about getting wound up with others, you know, with others of like mind, wild conspiracy theories and that sort of thing, because it can cause a lot of heartbreak, a lot of sorrow, a lot of yeah. And the other card that flew out, of course, is Judgment. And I think you can be very careful about judging others, is what I get here. Be very careful about judging others, because you could find yourself being judged. Whoa. Okay, so what else pulled out? Okay, moving quickly without the information. I think sometimes getting wound up in what other people say, you can find yourself being judgy, being critical without knowing the full story, without knowing the facts. Be careful about judging others, because of, you know, lest you be judged. We all are not perfect. We all make mistakes in life. So it's really important to be very careful about moving forward without the information. Sometimes we can let our passions get the better of us in some cases. You know, our desire to maybe create content without actually having all the facts. I think it's really important here. It's important that we have, when we're creating content or we're creating readings, if we're doing celebrity or doing political or true crime, that we have the knowledge or the wisdom. And we're not running over people. We're not ending people's careers. We're not ending people's lives, you know, because that can turn to changing someone's lives. You're transforming their lives if you're doing things that don't have the wisdom or the knowledge. You don't have those facts. And be careful about not getting caught up in everybody else's conspiracy theories. Be very, very careful about not being caught up. Make sure you've got the facts. Very easy to get caught up in a group mentality. Okay, group emotions. Of course, that can cause a lot of heartbreak, a lot of sorrow for those involved. Be very wary about judging others, lest you be judged. That came up really strongly there, that message. Make sure, you can make sure you've got all the information before you go racing ahead with your content. I think that's kind of important here. So that's why it's really important that you do these readings. You've got wisdom, you've got knowledge, you're careful about how it's going to affect others. Don't get wound up in the I get this in the conspiracy theories. It's kind of interesting to sort of get that with the Three of Cups, being in a group, celebrating, and I feel like it's, you can get wound up in other people's emotions and that sort of stuff. So just be careful there. I get that as a bit of a warning, because it can really hurt people. It can really cause some heartache, you can damage people's lives. And so you get the sense of, be careful about judging others, lest you be judged yourself. I think that's really important, because nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes in life. So it's important that we have that integrity. Be careful about racing ahead with your desires, your passions to create content without having all the information. Okay? Without having all the information. Whoa! Kind of interesting. I think a sense of youthful emotions, I get a sense of this. Be careful of our youthful emotions is what I'm getting here. Be very careful of being out of alignment, and I think that's getting our emotions getting the better of us. I do feel like the emotions have got the better of us in this case, and so we do need to be very, very careful. I think sometimes we need to put our emotions set aside. I think we need to sort of, I get that sense of just putting your emotions to one side. Okay, don't let our emotions get the better of us. It feels like it's controlling. Our emotions are controlling us at this time. Kind of interesting. Okay, what else can the cards tell us about these type of readings? Ooh. And I got here that we can become the devil if we're not careful in these type of readings. That we could become the devil. And so I forget this is a warning to be careful that we're not the devil in this case, is what I'm getting here in regards to these readings. It's kind of interesting, the messages that are sort of coming through with the cards. Okay, kind of interesting, because I got 5 cards sort of pulled out together, and so I want to get the sense of victory. Okay, this is kind of interesting. I sort of want to put these cards to one side. We've looked at those cards there. Okay, I'm putting them to one side, and I want to do these cards here, and I get the sense of, it feels like we're striving for victory. Okay, we're striving for victory to create abundance in our life. But what we do is we create stress. Okay, feels like we're striving for victory for whatever we want to do. We want to create abundance in our life. We want a wealth, right? That's maybe what we're striving for with our content and with these videos and things like that. But what we're doing is we're causing stress and worry. So what we've got to do is take a moment to look at the choices that we've got to make in this thing. Okay? The choices that we're going to make in creating these videos. The energy that we use to create these energies. The energy that we use to create this content. Okay, look at the choices that we've got to make. How do we balance out the energy in the thing? And to be confident in what we're creating. That we're doing it with a sense of, I want to say kindness, okay? I do want to say kindness, a gentleness to it, a nurturing of energy, a nurturing of, you know, we can nurture up, we can be bold and be confident, be loud and all that sort of stuff. But are we, is there a kindness to it, a sense of a nurturing energy to our content? I think that's kind of important too. I think it's just something to think about. This is just about reflection, contemplation, with what's been going on in some of the videos that I've sort of watched in regards to creating content, and I've sort of gone, whoa, 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 do you have facts? You know, it's like when you see the psychic investigations. Everything that the psychics share, the information that the psychics share, must be fact-checked by the police, by, you know, the law enforcement. Must be checked. And I think that's really important with our readings too. That when we're doing readings that are involving true crime or celebrities or political characters, that we actually are able to check our facts. So I think that's really important. So, and we need to state that this is just our opinion, and so we need to be very careful about naming names without having facts. I think that's kind of important there. Just some things for reflection, for contemplation. Think about, you know, what are we striving for within regard to success, content, bringing in the sense of wealth. What stress and worry does it cause? Not just ourselves, but others around us. You know, how does it affect other people when we share our thoughts and opinions online? Remember, you can share it in privacy, no one's going to hear or see. But when you're sharing it online, it's for the world to see. So, and that can cause some stress and worry to those around. Remember, it can cause some heartbreak when we're running over people's emotions. You know, we sort of get wound up in the sense of conspiracy theories. Getting wound up into the, you know, getting tied up in the thoughts and opinions of others, the emotions of others. Least us be the devil. Make sure that we have all the information before we race ahead. You know, be careful about being judging others, lest we be judged ourselves. I think that's really important there. That sense of the emotions. I do feel just got to be careful not to let the emotions get the better of you. Sometimes we've got to put our emotions aside. Be careful of a youthful emotional state. You know, that sense of, again, I get that sense of being wound up in other people's. Sometimes our innocence can cause us to believe what other people say without actually knowing the facts. So use our wisdom and our knowledge. Meditate, reflect, contemplate on the integrity that we have within ourselves. Just some thoughts, just something to think about, a rambling, contemplation, reflection. When we do our content, when we create content that involves people's names, I think we need to be very, very careful. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget, check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care.